Yeah, we're back again. Jamie Moore, good friend, old friend, and he's got good Jack Catterall here.
We got some good rounds in years ago, didn't we?
Oh, we did definitely.
There's some good sparring rounds.
This is the real southpaw.
Yeah?
This is the real southpaw, man. But yeah, your box is looking good, man.
Yeah, it's form of his career, and you know, these type of fights, or this stage where you're sort of waiting for a world title shot. They can be the worst type of fights because they can be potential banana skins. I always feel like the worst ones are the ones where you take a lesser opponent and you underestimate him. The reason we've took Prograis is because there's no way on this earth you can possibly underestimate someone like Prograis, which will then, by default, make sure that Jack's performing at his best. And you're always going to bring the best out of Jack against someone like him, because people who are maybe British or European level aren't good enough to bring the best out in Jack. Prograis, without a doubt, is good enough to bring the best out of him, and that's what we want.
That's right.
It's a pleasure to meet you, because I was at the Ingles in the 90s, and now you're training Naz's sons, which I think is crazy.
Thank you, man.
We was talking to Sammy
last week.
Wasn't, and he came and took some pictures, and he was like that, so we didn't say on stuff.
Yeah.
But to see you go from the fighter that you was to the trainer that you was, and how you've adapted, it's a pleasure to watch. You know what I mean?
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Not every fighter adapts back into life after boxing.
No, and it was unexpected. I'd never ever had any ambitions to be a coach. I just fell into it.
You didn't know you had that ability when you were doing it?
I never wanted to do it or expected to. Tommy Coyle came to the gym one day and asked me if I'd coach him for the Derry Matthews fight, and I didn't want to do it, but I agreed to it. And then afterwards he said, will you keep working with me? So I said yeah. And then my whole thing was, as soon as Tommy retires, I'm done. And then unfortunately Oliver got sick, and then he asked me if I'd train Martin and Rocky while he wasn't well. And then from that point he just started to snowball, and then Carl Frampton asked me, then Chantel Cameron, then Jack Catterall, and then the gym just grew.
I just thought it was Nigel who forced you. Got to know what Nigel's like.
Nigel couldn't force me to do anything except go for a pint. That's it.
But we're glad you did, because you're doing a lot for English boxing right now.
Thank you.
You know
what? I'm loving it. And I tell you what, I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason. And I kept going home to my missus and saying, people asking me to train them, doing this, doing that. And she went, you're a hypocrite, you. You keep telling me that you believe everything happens for a reason. These things keep coming to you and you're pushing them away. Just go with it and see what happens. And then look where we are now.
What do you think now?
I know now. I understand the process. She just took, my wife's my best mate, and it just took her to bring it to my attention. I went, do you know what, you're right. And then here we are.
That's good, man.
It's like when I think about Mike Tyson. I listened to a podcast recently with Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan said to Tyson, he says, you do realise if you don't train one, you're the last of that customer era, and it dies with you if you don't train someone. And I feel that when fighters go through certain experiences and they come out, like Ian Napper's a good example. We're good friends with Ian Napper, and he came out of boxing, lost his way, ended up being an alcoholic, being homeless, and now he's back on his feet. Right? Fighters don't realise how much they've learned and how much they've got to pass on. Do you know what I mean? How much of a blessing they are to the next generation.
I don't think they appreciate, because it's in their own mind. They don't understand the value of it until they speak it to somebody else. Listen, I've opened an amateur boxing club, and it's by far the best thing I've ever done in boxing. And everyone thinks, or they might think, wow, you're joking me, you're going to top the bill with Jack Catterall in Thinger. You went to Dublin undisputed with Chantel Cameron. You should have been undisputed with Jack when he beat Josh Taylor. Like these things, you know, I've been in the corner with Carl Frampton, Martin Murray, Rocky Fielding won a world title, done loads in professional boxing. I promise you, walking in the amateur boxing club, helping kids that big, and then seeing the kids who come in who won't even look you in the eye, who just sort of nod to you, 6 weeks later, who are coming out going, thank you, Jamie, and having a bit of respect, is the best feeling in the world.
I agree.
Honestly, like I can't. It's not even close. The difference
Rewarding.
that you make to them kids, it's the best thing I've ever done in boxing. I promise you.
I can totally agree with that. At the end of the day,
You're getting kicked out now, guys. You know that, don't you?
He's bigger than us as well, so we better wrap this up. Listen, we'll leave it there because we're not in a rush.
Coming back.
We're going to come and see Jamie.
Pick you back up, yeah. Stacey's waiting for us, and then we'll pick it up, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll pick you up after.
Nice one.
Final round. Hit them up, man.
That's it.